I find an illustrator to make the pictures for the story I wrote? Or could I illustrate my own picture book? These are very common questions that picture book writers are asking. Picture book writers run up against the obstacle, the blockage, that they just can't either find the right illustrator, or they have this inkling like maybe they want to try illustrating for themselves. And they wonder, do I even have what it takes to learn drawing? And how long would it take to learn that? Like, I don't know. They might feel just overwhelmed by the process of learning to illustrate for their picture books. And I'm here today in this video to encourage you that it is entirely possible for a picture book writer to learn how to illustrate for the purpose of their own picture books. And I'm going to give you some pointers and some steps for how to start that process if you're interested. So the very first thing that I want to say is that it is not only through drawing and painting that a picture book could be illustrated. My definition of illustrating is to bring storytelling to life through visuals. So if there is any way to get a visual onto the pages of that storybook for a child to read and be delighted and understand the story, that is illustrating. So the first thing I want to do is lift the barriers, like take the lid off this idea that is only through drawing and painting that you can illustrate. I have seen incredible books illustrated through clay that has been sculpted and then photographed onto the pages of the book, or felting the characters. Adorable stories out right now of felted characters, and even paper cutting. So I'm here to say that drawing and painting isn't the only way. But now let's talk about drawing and painting, because that's the traditional way that most of us lean towards illustrating for picture books. That's my art form, and it's the art form that many of us are wanting to explore for children's picture books. So how do you learn how to draw and paint specifically to illustrate for your own story? And what would be the steps? How long does it take? And what do I recommend? The first thing for me that I need to say, like in my own personal experience, the tool that gave me wings was my iPad with the program Procreate. And as soon as I had Procreate on the iPad and I could learn digital drawing and digital painting from YouTube and from a variety of classes online, I felt like I had wings to illustrate anywhere that I would go. If I was out traveling, I could illustrate. I wasn't bound to traditional media. And so if you feel like any bit of confidence in the fact that you could learn to draw and create digitally on the iPad, I would highly encourage you to check that out. Now, I do understand that there is a barrier of cost, that there is an iPad costs money, and there is just that barrier involved. But if it's something that you feel like could suit you, it'd be affordable to you, I highly recommend exploring that media as an option to getting started in illustration. Apart from that, I also love exploring traditional media and believe that anyone can learn it. So learning how to draw and paint is a science. So we think of it like maybe you had to have been born with or shown an innate inclination to it as a child, or that you need to have this sort of intuitive way of drawing and painting in order to be an illustrator. But I actually think it is a learned science. So all of us can learn how to see in shape and how to create those shapes into objects and characters, how to create characters with expressions, because there's basic rules and elements to the principles of art. And so you can begin to learn all of this as a science, not because you think you had some kind of natural inclination. Now, many of us do have natural inclination, and you probably have more of it than you think. You're probably more creative than you think, especially if you're already writing stories. If you're already writing stories, it means your mind is working that way already as a writer. It's just now how to take that and put it into a visual form. And so if you are going to begin to learn to draw, now this is going to apply to whether you're doing that digitally on the iPad or traditional media. There's going to be a process, like a step-by-step process to learning how to draw. And I want to encourage you to keep it very specific for your picture book writing style. So let's say here you have written an actual story or two that you want to illustrate for yourself, okay? Then what I would say is give yourself the parameter of learning how to illustrate for that story. That means the characters of that story, the setting of that story, the little elements that would be in that story. Learn to illustrate those things, because what happens is that the wide world of art and options and mediums and subject matter, it's big. It would take you years of doing art to learn all of that, okay? I have been in the arts for 30 plus years doing visual arts, and I still am only scratching the surface. But what helps me to be successful is when I take exactly what I want to accomplish and I kind of like harness that and focus on that. So I'm going to use an example. Let's pretend that you've written a story about penguins. And you know that the penguins that are in your story, they live in the North Pole. They look at the night sky. They have a compass. They're going to make a little boat out of some pieces of icebergs, and they're going to sail with their compass to find a new land. Okay. And this is your story. Why would you go and study how to draw elephants or how to draw the jungle? You wouldn't. Because you ultimately want to draw the North Pole, icebergs, and penguins. So my encouragement to you is to find out what you really want, like to have your story and to be able to name it and say, I want to draw like loosely whimsical and very like specific to this setting and to this kind of animal or character. And then hone your skills around developing that and what you need to know to draw and render that particular character. So you say to yourself, well, how long will that take? Okay, so I have a little bit of a timeline breakdown. If you were to dedicate time every day to learning the science of drawing and painting, and you were to put in time every day, whether that be 30 minutes to maybe 2 hours, 5 days a week, you would first learn how to draw. You'd be looking at shapes and forms like triangles, squares, circles, how those shapes go together to make other objects. And then you would learn how to make those objects cute or stylized for the age group that you're wanting to appeal to in your storybook. And you would begin to learn those principles of drawing that might take 2 to 6 months. And I might want to say once again to keep that very specific to what you're actually wanting to draw. Don't get like off drawing other things or learning other things, but keep it specific to your storybook subject matter. And you will be like so much farther ahead by doing that. And then you're going to learn how to design that character. So what I mean by that is like we'll use the penguins as the example. You're going to want to create a penguin that's unique to your, like what you want to see from your story, and keep it consistent through the whole book. So as you're turning the 32 pages of a typical kid's storybook is 32 pages. So you're going to be turning that and going like it's the same character. There's a consistency. So you're going to design your picture book character, which is going to take you, let's say 1 to 2 months of practicing that character, practicing that setting, keeping a consistency to what you're actually creating. You're going to choose and learn a medium, and this can be overlapped with the other exercises that you're doing. But my encouragement to you is try not to go down the rabbit hole of trying every single possible medium and getting too far into exploration with those, because that in itself can be a hobby. Exploring mediums can be this joyful, wonderful process, but because you have an outcome that you want to accomplish, by illustrating a picture book for your, the story that you've written. You want to actually choose a medium and get this thing done, like learn the medium so that you can get your storybook done. And so what I'd say is like try 2 or 3. If it's Procreate on the iPad, you're still going to need to try different brushes and try different styles within digital art. Okay, so that's that. But then over on the traditional side, you've got your watercolor, your ink, your crayon, your colored pencil, your alcohol markers or other kind of markers. And you're going to want to just play with all of these things. I'd say choose 3 that really kind of like appeal to you. Try them out, like even if you have to borrow them from a friend, if you don't already own them, just try them out and learn like whichever one you really grasp and feel like you're truly expressing yourself through, that you feel like is I'm going to use the word doable. Just use that one. And it could be a combination of 2. Like I often use watercolor and colored pencil mixed together. And then I'll use like a fine point marker to like enhance outlines. So like you can mix them together, but whatever really that you grab hold of at first, I'd say like just stick with it and really grow that medium. Because if you want to get your book done, exploring too many mediums isn't the most efficient use of your time. And learning your medium, choosing and learning it could take you 1 to 2 months. I always encourage illustrators that are starting out on a picture book to create what I call a pilot page. You can think of this as like a brand guide, how companies will have a brand guide that's like, we follow this brand every time that we put out content. Well, in the picture book side of things, I like to take some time and like make some pages where what I'm looking for is one pilot page that I can look at and say, this is what I'm going for. And all the other pages of this book are going to rise to meet this page, to be consistent with this page. So it's like I'm choosing color palettes and the style and the characters that I'm happy with. And that becomes what I call my pilot page. That might take you 1 to 2 months to come up with a great pilot page. You can like pin it on your wall and be like, I'm aiming for that on every page. You're going to learn a bit about the types of illustrations, not meaning style. I have a video that teaches the types of illustrations such as double page spreads, single page spreads, vignettes, framing, and so forth. You're going to learn the types of illustration, and then you're going to storyboard your manuscript. And there's also helpful resources here on the channel of breaking your manuscript into pacing. So taking parts of your manuscript and assigning it to that page through the storyboarding. And then you can look at the words and the flow of the words, how the story unfolds, and choose what you're going to illustrate on each page, which type of illustration. Am I doing this as a double page spread? Am I doing it as a single page? And then you're going to storyboard that in little thumbnails. Check out my other videos. And you're going to storyboard that. That could take 1 to 2 months. After you've done all of the things that I've mentioned, you've learned to draw specifically for your story, and you've learned to design, you've like designed your character, you've chosen and learned the medium, you've created a pilot page like a guide, and you've storyboarded the book, you've broken up the manuscript into these sections, you kind of just like know what you're doing. Then you're going to actually illustrate. You're going to illustrate that book, and that could take you 3 to 6 months to do. And so in total time, I estimate you starting at ground zero here, like I don't know what I'm doing, to going to illustrate your storybook with diligent practice every day, you're looking at an 8 to 12 month process of learning. And that is learning specifically for your story, not like learning every single aspect of art that there is to learn or all subject matter out there, but specifically for your story, your characters, the elements that you need to render to visually tell that story. So let's take another quick minute and look at what would be the essential skills that you want to develop in that realm of drawing for your story. You're going to want to look at shape and composition, character expression. So no matter what the character actually is, it could be a bouncing ball, or it could be like a person with like intricate features, or no matter what it is, you're going to have a face and you're going to have expression. So like all the different emotions. You're going to learn to convey emotions and develop personality using facial expressions. So you're going to want to learn that. You're going to have action and movement that you're going to learn. So if your character is jumping, how do you make it look like your character is jumping? And you're going to then develop those, the shape, composition, character expression, action, and movement through your medium. So how do you make those things happen in the medium that you've chosen? So that is the process that you're going to be developing in learning how to draw and or paint for your storybook. And you might say, well, how do I even learn those things? Like, where do I go to learn those things? There are so many amazing online classes. Once you start searching specifically for what you want to learn, you can look up cute illustrations for storybooks. You can look up, there's just so much. And many of them do have a cost involved, like a bit of an investment. And if you can't afford that, you will need to start sifting through YouTube to find guidance that way, being selective to what you put your time watching and also how you practice. So I've heard so many wise artists say that you want to practice, but you need to practice the right thing, because there's no sense in practicing this over here if you're trying to learn this over here. So that's the rabbit hole with YouTube, is that sometimes you can get learning something you don't really need to know for the outcome you're trying to achieve. So I'd encourage you to be very selective, like make a little list. These are things that I need to learn. I'm going to specifically look for videos that help me do that. Now, I do want to mention that I have another channel. It's the Mary Janelle channel. It's an art channel where I create with my visual arts, doing tutorials that includes alcohol markers, pen and ink, sketching, and I am going to be dedicating a specific playlist to picture book illustrators. And I'm going to hope to start that playlist at like zero beginner, like number one step of learning shapes and form and line and beginning to draw the basics. And I'd like to develop that playlist all the way through to illustrating and rendering your final project. You might want to learn faster than I can even release the videos. And in that case, you're still going to want to curate and look for videos to help you learn what you want to learn. But it might be worth the follow over there and keeping an eye specifically on that playlist, because I do want to help picture book illustrators get going in that journey and really learn the foundations for creating an amazing, successful picture book. I hope today has inspired you and encouraged you that if you're a picture book writer, you can illustrate for yourself through dedication, practice, knowing what you want, and honing the skills to do so. Learning this is a science, not just an innate talent. You probably have more talent, more creativity than you think, but it is a science that you can break down and begin to practice and apply. And I believe that. And so if you have some illustrating experience, or you've gotten started and you have some suggestions or even blockages that you're trying to get through, I'd love to hear your comments below. Help get a conversation started that we could all just like grow in this together. If you've enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend who wants to illustrate a picture book, and share it around, hit the bell, like, subscribe. And until next time, picture book creators, happy creating.